Welcome back to TCM and our celebration of Ann-Margret on her 85th birthday. I'm Alicia Malone. Once Ann-Margret started making movies, she hit the ground running. After starring in Bye Bye Birdie, she teamed up with Elvis Presley in Viva Las Vegas from 1964. More films followed in quick succession, and in 1965, she was set to be directed by Sam Peckinpah opposite Steve McQueen for our next movie, The Cincinnati Kid. Peckinpah began working on the production but instantly clashed with producer Martin Ransohoff. They had very different ideas about the movie's tone. Peckinpah wanted it gritty and black and white, while Ransohoff wanted it colourful and commercial. After a week of filming, Ransohoff fired Peckinpah and hired director Norman Jewison to take over. Ben Mankiewicz interviewed Ann-Margret at the 6th TCM Classic Film Festival in 2015 and spoke with her about Sam Peckinpah and what it was like to work with Steve McQueen. Take a look.
This movie was directed by Norman Jewison. It didn't start out being directed by Norman Jewison. It was a Sam Peckinpah film. Did Sam Peckinpah cast you? Was he?
Yes.
So he was working when you started?
I met with him one time, and then all of a sudden I heard that Norman was going to, apparently Sam did not get along with some people.
Yes, Peckinpah did not see eye to eye with the producer. Steve McQueen, you have starred next to some very powerful leading men. But
I'm
I suspect,
so blessed.
Yeah.
So blessed.
And I think people here and TCM fans know, but a lot of people think of Steve McQueen as just an action hero, a tough guy. But you can see it in this movie. This is a guy with real acting chops.
His eyes.
Eyes, that's right, yeah.
His whole look, the way he talked, and he was such a free spirit. And of course, I certainly identified with him because he loved motorcycles just like I do. And
Yeah. What about that? You and motorcycles.
I love speed. I get into trouble because I'm like a daredevil. If somebody says to me, I bet you can't do that. Oh, I've gotten into so much trouble.
So you're the bad girl in this movie.
Melba has no morals.
That's right.
No
That's right.
morals.
None at all. One scene I want to talk about in the movie real quickly. There's a cockfighting scene in the movie, and it is shot by Norman Jewison in certainly a sensual way, an almost sexual way. When you sat through the screening, what were your reactions to that scene?
He told me what he wanted
Yeah.
of the character, and that's not a part of my character at all.
Right.
Animals, I mean,
Important to you, yeah.
so I just took what he said and just became another person.
It's a very effective scene, very effective scene. A lot of close-ups on all the actors in that scene. And just for people who care about animals, as just about everybody does, those were rubber knives that they were wearing.
They did not hurt each other.
They did not hurt each other at all.
Oh, no.
No. You wouldn't have stood for that.
No.
Well, it's a wonderful film. It's one of my favorite films. Thanks for sitting down and talking to me about The Cincinnati Kid.
It's a pleasure. You guys are incredible.
That was the lovely Ann-Margret sharing her experiences working on this 1965 drama with Steve McQueen, Edward G. Robinson, Tuesday Weld, Joan Blondell, Rip Torn, and Carl Malden. Enjoy The Cincinnati Kid. The Cincinnati Kid was an independently made film released by MGM and starring a mix of veteran actors and up-and-coming stars. In fact, it was the first time in almost 30 years that Edward G. Robinson and Joan Blondell shared the screen, their previous collaboration being Bullets or Ballots from 1936. Edward G. Robinson saw a bit of himself in Steve McQueen, writing in his memoir, "I had played the same kind of part with that same sense of character." But Robinson said he personally related more to his own character, Lancey Howard, calling him Edward G. Robinson, with great patches of Emmanuel Goldenberg, his birth name, showing through. He was all cold and discerning and unflappable on the exterior, but he was aging and full of self-doubt on the inside. Ann-Margret enjoyed making The Cincinnati Kid, which was shot on the MGM backlot. In the morning, she said, I'd go to makeup and wonder which great actress I'd see in the chair beside me. She got along well with Steve McQueen, especially because they both loved motorcycles. Film executives had tried to stop her from riding during production, worried she'd have an accident, but McQueen encouraged her, saying he'd been told the same thing throughout his career and had just kept on riding. Today is Ann-Margret's 85th birthday, and we are celebrating by watching a lineup of her movies. After the break, she stars with Alain Delon in a 1965 crime thriller that also stars Van Heflin and Jack Palance.
Next on TCM, Once a Thief, then Made in Paris, and later, Lovely to Look At. TCM's a sight for sore eyes tonight.